What's up, wave makers? It's me, Mommy Snuck.
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike.
If I look different to you, I just want to address it now. Yes, I got lip injections 2 days ago, so they're still a little swollen. Probably, oh, Pop-Tarts here, hey, Pop-Tart. Probably still a little bigger than they'll actually be, but so far I love them and I'm very happy with them. Today we have a fun video. I snuck into a Monat power hour, and if you don't know what a power hour is, basically, I talked about it in my last video actually, but basically what it is a team, and this was a Zoom call of 200 people. They all just get on Zoom together. There's like some weird motivational things, a little bit of advice sprinkled in here and there, but the rest of the time they're all just staring at each other in their webcams, holding each other accountable while they message everybody in their life, send Facebook messages and text messages about the opportunity, about VIP shit. Like, and if you don't know, Monat this month is offering an incentive in the month of March 2022 that if you sign up for their VIP, their flex ship, their auto shipment, you can cancel with no obligation, which they didn't have before. They would charge you money for canceling your auto shipment with them, which is ridiculous, but they don't have it this month, so they're all just going real hard at it. But before we get into that, I haven't done this in a while. I do want to give a small business shout out. This shirt that I'm wearing, it has a jellyfish on it, and this is one of many t-shirt designs that you can find at the Etsy store, Naughty Dog Studio. And what's really cool about these shirts in particular, well, the artist is a wildlife painter and graphic artist, which their art is very good. This is what it says on their Etsy store. It says, I found one of the biggest profs, I don't know what that means. Maybe they meant proofs, I don't know. That the rainbow community doesn't exist because they don't exist in nature. And so what they did is they made a bunch of t-shirts of animals who are either naturally, like the jellyfish, for example, they're non-binary. And the shirt says, in many species, there aren't even males or females as such. So yeah, jellyfish are one of those. But then also, they've got like cheetahs. It says cheetahs are gay. 20 to 40% of male cheetahs will form bonded pairs with each other and stay together their whole lives. They've been known to adopt cubs that have lost their mothers in the wild, making up a significant portion of cheetah families. Or penguins. Penguins sometimes lay 2 eggs, but parents are only able to take care of one. This is where same-sex couples come in. No chick left behind. Yeah, this says penguins are lesbians. There's a lot of really great stuff in this Etsy store. They've got art and prints and stuff about gooses. Geese? Yeah, geese. Frogs are transgender. Rams are asexual. Now, the cool thing about this, though, and this is the most important part, is that 30% of proceeds from these t-shirts, I don't know about all of the merch in their Etsy store, but the t-shirts at the very least, 30% of proceeds are used to create a Pride event in Indiana. Pride Month is coming up in 3 months, so I think it'd be really great if y'all could go out and support the cause here. So I will link this Etsy store down below. Definitely check it out. And again, when you buy a t-shirt from this Etsy store, you are supporting Pride events in Indiana, especially with upcoming Pride Month. So thank you, Naughty Dog Studio. Actually, maybe I should address you by name. Their name is Kenya. Thank you for sending me this shirt, honestly. And here's the other thing too. I've washed this shirt a few times. I've actually worn it a few times. The material is really nice. Like, the shirt feels good. Like, it's not like a cheap ass shirt. So the art is really cool. The cause is really great. It's educational, it's interesting, and yeah, check it out. Thank you, Kenya, for sending it to me. Make sure you click the link down below. They are one of us in the anti-MLM community, and they also do all of their art and merch for a very good cause, so thank you again. Okay, so let's get into this power hour, you guys. Now, I know the way I described it earlier doesn't like seem super interesting, but it really is, because they do start it off with like this very odd motivational video. I don't know, there's plenty of commentary for me to provide, and then we can just like kind of sit back and giggle at how fucking awkward the rest of this is. I'd never attended a power hour before for any companies, so I thought this whole thing was really interesting. It's just a look inside what these power hours are. Very culty, if I do say so myself. You guys know I usually am pretty good about blurring out names and stuff and faces, but these 2 people who are putting this on are very much so public figures. They are pretty much the faces of Monat, if you will. Basically, me not blurring their faces in this video is just a matter of me being lazy, because like the Zoom call just kind of changes, and like sometimes they have a PowerPoint up, sometimes they have just their webcam webcams, like it just moves around a lot and it's just a lot of work. So I want to start this video off by saying, do not go bully these people. Do not go harass these people. If you know who they are, even if you don't know who they are, I don't give a shit. Like, leave these people alone, please. This is an educational video. We're learning about what goes on inside of Monat power hours. Yeah, so keep the bullying and harassment out of this. Please don't be that guy. Let's just take this as a learning experience. Anyway, so here is when the Zoom call started. There is some copyrighted music through a lot of this, so I'll be cutting that out, but as you can see, they started it out. And sorry, excuse me, I couldn't figure out how to make the chat go to where I thought it was supposed to be. Just everything's just awkward. See, there's a lot of reasons why I didn't want to try to censor this, but as you can see, they're all just jamming.
Woo! 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 Hi. Be a good neighbor and text your friend and say, get on the power hour. We're so excited for this, you guys.
So one thing I do want to point out, someone was saying that, like, I think it was anti-mlm boss babe, but she was saying that in multi-level marketing companies, because they are 1099 subcontractors, you cannot require this kind of training from them, because then, like, you would be legally obligated to pay them. However that works out, I don't really know. So for them to be like, oh, just text them and be like, get on the call. They're trying to make it out to be like more of a social thing than it is like a work thing, because legally they would have to be compensating employees for their time or something like that. Obviously, I don't know the logistics here. Maybe someone can describe it in the comments below, but long story short, yeah, of course they want people to join in on this so they can all hold each other accountable, man. But like, they literally cannot require their team to do this.
We are going to be popping into mindset first. If you attended last week's power hour, you know we gotta get our mind right. We have an opportunity call coming up in just a little under an hour, and we are going to be sharing all about the opportunity. So we want to help you guys prep to leverage as much as possible for that. And these are the same steps that we talked about last week, or we're going to go a little bit quicker through them this week.
Dude, I don't know if you guys saw that. I guess I'll zoom in on her face, but like the other top leader here, not the one who's speaking, but the one beneath her is like on the phone, just like, she like screaming at somebody. Like, she is very passionately speaking to somebody, but she's muted. So like, obviously we don't know what she's saying, but she's like on the phone, just like, rah, 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 rah.
But we're going to kick it off with mindset. So let me get my little video. Hey, Krista, you're off that business call.
Hi. Yeah, sorry. You guys have been waiting for that tile delivery place to call me and schedule the delivery.
She was yelling at someone who's like coming to do work on her house and like install tiles. She's all like yelling at them.
So I'm like, I have to take this.
Love it.
Oh my gosh. So pumped for today, you guys. We were just saying how like we're excited to like work with you guys. It's really exciting that we have the call, the opportunity call. I don't know about you guys, but this is like the most people that I think like I've had come on an opportunity call in a long time. Like, so many people are interested in this business, a ton of VIP customers. So we're really excited to just utilize this time.
A ton of VIP customers because, like I was saying earlier, they've got that incentive that they're trying to push. It just makes you wonder though, like, what is going to happen at the end of March? Like, is this incentive just during March? And then during April, once March is over, if someone is a VIP and wants to cancel, they decide they don't like Monat and they don't want to be on a flex ship anymore, they're going to go back to charging them and making them pay to cancel it? Is that what's going to happen? Like, why would they only do this for a month, dude? Like, that's just the basics of how it should be. If someone wants to cancel an auto ship, they fucking should be able to, dude. Anyway, so that's a good excuse why they all seem to be recruiting a lot of VIP customers. But for her to be like, a lot of people are really interested in the business. You know what that says to me? It says we're not going hard enough, bitches. Either that or she's lying. I think, it's probably more likely that she's just straight up lying to be like, you guys, there's so many fish out there in the sea to catch. So many people out there who want to be part of our shampoo cult. Go out and catch them. It's like, it just gives me more motivation to go harder. I'm like, there's people who still don't know that Monat's a fucking scam, and there are class action lawsuits open, that it's making people's hair fall out, and plenty of other dumb shit, toxic leadership. There's just all these things in Monat that should be avoided at all costs, and there are people out there who still don't know about it. So basically what I'm saying is let's freaking go. Let's keep going, baby.
Reach out to them and have something to reach out to them with. And yeah, hopefully be able to chat with them like in the next hour.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Okay, let's hop into mindset first. I'm going to share my screen.
You meet somebody wealthy, their family at one point was not wealthy. And then the one shows up. The one. One person changes the family tree forever. In my family, I'm the one. And it wasn't because I wanted it or I hoped for it. I fought for it. I want to win. I want to fight for my family. I want my mom and dad proud of me. I want my kids proud of me. I want me proud of me. I want to look in the mirror and be happy with the man I look back at, that he gave it everything, that he went for it. But here's the truth. Most people's dreams can be bought. With enough failure, with enough rejection, they will sell their dreams. They can't still fight. They can get a little bit, but when it gets a little too hot, they go, boom, sold, buy the dream. You can have it. It's not worth it to me. And their will to win is viable.
Guys, can we please not forget that we're talking about selling shampoo here? Okay, like I understand that the idea is like your dream is probably time freedom, financial freedom, that kind of shit. But what they're ultimately talking about here is having a profitable business selling somebody else's product. And it's not even a profitable business in the way that they're selling product to customers. It's a profitable business in the way that they are recruiting people to buy the products and convincing them that they're business owners, in turn making them money and then achieving financial freedom. It is so wild to me that anyone thinks that this is their dream. Guys, there are plenty of other ways to become financially free. Actually, probably way more successful ways of becoming financially free than joining a multi-level marketing company. And then they're like, their will to win is buyable. People's dreams can be sold. If you've been made to believe that your dream is to be a shampoo dealer and recruit enough people beneath you to also buy into that dream, it's like, statistically, hello, not everybody can do this. Everybody wants to be financially free. Everybody wants to have the freedom to spend their time however they want. That's fine. And I think we can all admit that. But they're selling shampoo. When you really break it down like that, it just sounds so stupid. Again, and in Monat specifically,
92%
of people in Monat are market partners, meaning they will never rank up even to the second rank, let alone the third rank in the company, which is the top like 1.5%, to get to the third rank. How fucking impossible is it to achieve these dreams with Monat? You basically have a 99% chance of not doing that. And the Huns all like to yell at us and be like, 99%, blah. No, like literally we're getting that figure from your company's income disclosure statement. Like literally it's right there. And then they try to say, well, they're just in it for the discount. It's like, well, Monat in particular has a VIP program. And then when you're on their auto ship, you get discounts and stuff like that too. So why are you a market partner? If you're just in it for the discount and not for the business opportunity, then why the fuck did you sign up to be a market partner? Why aren't you just a VIP? It makes no sense. This argument really doesn't track in Monat. Maybe in other MLMs you could say it does. In Monat, I'm gonna say definitely no. There's just hardly any possibility, literally a 0.1% possibility of you making a livable income in Monat, let alone financial freedom.
You can buy it, but if you decide my will cannot be bought, I don't care how long it takes, you can't buy this dude out. I'll keep fighting for my family. I'm the one. I'm going to change my family tree forever. That's the decision. Decide now. You're going to keep negotiating the price, or can you not be bought?
Don't give up on yourself. Don't throw the towel in so quickly. Many people give up on the 1 yard line. You know the human spirit is powerful. There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. There's greatness in you. And you've got to learn how to tune out the critics outside and the critic inside. And since I'm going to do this, I'm going to harness my will. And I'm not going to let anything stop. I deserve this. Working on yourself, talking to yourself. That's so very important. overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue is going on all the time.
Can I just say that if your inner dialogue is being negative, what they mean by that is probably more so like I'm having second thoughts. Sorry, Griffin has a toy downstairs that is so fucking loud. That's more of like a natural fight or flight response is what that is. That is your brain trying to protect yourself and trying to tell you, hey, what you're doing is making you really uncomfortable. It is making you question all your morals and ethics that you have built your entire fucking life. And basically, in order to be anywhere near successful in one of these companies, you have to shut that part out. There was a video I made where I was reacting to a hun. I want to say it was an Arbonne hun, but she was just like, turn your brain off. But that's like literally it. Like, turn your fucking brain off. You have to overcome those thoughts of, I don't like what I'm doing because it feels icky. I know I'm fucking scamming people. I know the only way for me to be successful is for the people beneath me to lose and keep recruiting more people to also then lose. When your brain is telling you that, that means that deep down inside, you are a good person who doesn't want to hurt people. Most people will take that and go, I can't do this. This is too shitty. I can't do this. And then you have the top 0.1%, like our two leaders here who made it up to the top and are financially free. You know what they did to get there? They shut that shit out. They turned their brains off. They said, I don't give a shit about all the people I have to step on. I'm gonna use them as stepping stones to get to where I want to be. And that's shitty. This brings on kind of an emotional response from me because I have been that person to other people, not only in MLMs, like I've been there in 2 different MLMs of people. I mean, I was recruited, preyed on as a new mother to join Gold Canyon and Lime Life by Alcom. But like, not only that, okay, for example, like in my, I don't want to say music career, but like there was a period of time, like 2 or 3 years where I was in a local band and like we were writing music and like you can still find all of our stuff on Spotify. We're called The Takeover. You can listen if you want. I'll link it down below if you care. We actually did just release 2 new songs that we recorded like years ago and then never released, which by the way, I'm never going to make music with these people again anymore because literally what we're talking about here is that one of the band members, I believe, used me in my music that I had previously written without them as a stepping stone to get to where they wanted to be. And so then they took 2 other members of our band and went and started their own band without me. They used my connections, my producer that I introduced them to, my promoter that I introduced them to, like people in the local music scene that I introduced them to, and now like I'm not part of it anymore and they're all in their own band, like still like utilizing those people. And I'm like, okay, so I was a stepping stone. That's shitty. That's really shitty to admit to yourself. Not to make this whole thing all like, oh, woe is me, because like I'm 30 years old now. Like I got 2 kids. Like I'm done with the music thing, trying to be a rock star. We really could have done something great because we were opening for like big names and stuff when they were coming to town. We opened for Escape the Fate and Against the Current and He Is We and just a bunch of other bands. We made connections with people who really could have helped us get somewhere, you know? But no, they just decided to kind of be dicks about it. So anyway, sorry to like go off on that tangent, but I'm just trying to like relate to this whole thing because like I understand what it feels like to realize that you've been a stepping stone. You've been used as a stepping stone for somebody else to further their own shit. And I just don't like that. There are people who like make these connections and stuff like that just for the sake of furthering themselves. And that's what they do in MLMs. They're like, we're gonna make all these connections. We're gonna message all these people. We're gonna build relationships, but it's not genuine. It is for the sole purpose of projecting themselves further up to the top of the pyramid. Get those sales, get that PV, get that group volume. Maybe if they like the product enough, you can recruit them. It's never genuine. And that's just how it is in MLM. So if you are going to be successful in one of these companies, you have to be okay with that. And they're all sitting here just listening to this like, yeah, man, I'm ready. Let's change the future for my family tree. Okay, how are you gonna do that? You're gonna step all over people is what you're gonna do. Like the people you're stepping on, at least in my situation that I talked about, like I really wasn't out much financially, like maybe a few $100 here and there to have a song recorded in a studio or something. But like in multi-level marketing companies, it's like a long-term financial commitment where they're rank buying and they're being brainwashed to believe that all of the money they're spending on their small business is going to pay off one day. And it just never does. So yeah, you want to be successful? That's what you gotta do. And these guys are all sitting here like, yep, yep, I'm ready to recruit people so I can do better. I don't give a shit about them. As long as they're contributing to my group volume and getting me to where I want to be, then great. ugh. And it's one thing when someone like reaches out to help you, to like offer, like if I was reaching out to a smaller YouTuber or something to be like, hey, like come on my channel, I want to have you on my channel, I'll promote your shit. Like if it's me offering my hand out to them, that's one thing, but it's like to be manipulated by someone higher than you to be like, do this thing, you're gonna have to sacrifice these things, but hey, it's gonna pay off. No, it'll pay off, it's fine. Look at me, I'm doing great now. Okay, sorry.
You got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up. I'm in control here. You got to have an uplifted expression. Watch your body posture. All of these things affect you psychically. Start working and developing yourself now and prepare yourself for what it is that you want because you expect to get it. All of you can do is speak up and say, I expect to win. Declare that it's over. That yesterday was the last day that you were a loser. Like yesterday was the last day you expected to come up short. When you set out for a goal, expect it to happen. Expect to be successful. Expect it to be positive.
And if you're not successful, then you're a loser, right? Is that pretty much what they're saying? That's what I'm hearing.
If you can expect it, if you can wake up feeling like a winner, if you can wake up talking like a winner, if you can expect that everything you do will come out winning, I guarantee you never ever have to come up short again.
You might be here 2, 3, 4 before you get your big win, but you can decide now, I'm going to walk, talk, and be a different person. You decide that. You're the lead character in the story of your life. Everything has to do with you intending to win. Too many of you are playing with your business. If you make that shift, I'm going to win. We're going to play to win now. We're not playing to play. We're not playing to see how we do. We're not playing for fun. Once you start getting some winning, you start changing. You talk different. You walk different. All of a sudden, this isn't the same damn human being. You can change you. You'd be surprised what a little winning would do.
Here's what that'll do. These changes that this dude wants you to make involve alienating your previous relationships, people in your life now that matter to you now. When you change who you are, imagine like being really close to someone and then suddenly they're like a totally different person. What does that do to your relationship? Like it's clearly not good for your relationship. Maybe they have more money now because that attitude shift made it so they don't give a shit about other people anymore. They have more money, so they feel like they're winning, they feel like they're doing better. But to the person who had that relationship with you previously before you were a fucking douchebag, it alienates them. It makes them feel like, I do not know this person anymore. Like he said, they are a totally different human being. Yeah, you no longer have a relationship with that person anymore. So that's another sacrifice you have to make. That's another thing that you have to be willing to change about your life if you want to be successful in a multi-level marketing company.
You'd be surprised how good you'd be if you just decide to win. Be number one in your office, number one in your region. And when you start stacking them up, your life can change.
Oh,
So
dude. I was like crying in like the first 3 seconds. Oh my gosh. I think going into that, you guys, it's so simple to just look up that video. You know what I mean? Like, look how powerful that message was.
There's a million videos like this on YouTube. Every motivational speaker, every person who thinks they're ever going to be a motivational speaker is going to have videos like this. Like literally all you have to do is go into Google and go motivational phrases, motivational speeches. You'll find it. There's plenty of them. The way this lady's talking about it just like really makes it sound like this is like some exclusive, like you're only going to get this kind of motivational training in Monat. And then she's like, it's so easy to go look up this video. Yeah. Watch it a million times until you beat it into your head that you need to be different. The way you are right now is not good enough. Ew! Ew!
Most of you probably waited to get motivated until this call, until we push play, until we put it on the screen. And it's like you guys have the ability to do that on your own every single day, to go on YouTube and put it on your phone. That was probably one of the best videos I've seen in 4.5 years of watching self-development.
You're gonna tell me that like 2-minute snippet we watched of some guy screaming at you, telling you you're not good enough now and you need to change everything about yourself to be a different human being? That is the best video you've ever watched? What?
The decision is something that we talk about a lot in this business. I specifically am like so invested in the word decision because I feel like every single thing that anyone has gone through is going through is a decision. The way that you react, the way that you respond, the way that you allow it to dictate your life, your future, your business, your team, your everything is simply a decision. Like it's a decision. So, wow.
Yeah. I loved how he said, quit playing with your business. And I think how many of us go, I'm just going to throw that out today, but you're not intending to get someone. And it's so wild when we say every single one of you is going to get a market partner today.
Yes.
If you say, I'm getting a market partner today, you're going to talk to people different. You're going to talk to more people different. It's so wild that decision, like Chris has said, the decision to win, the decision to just say, I'm not messing around anymore and I'm going for it. And it's crazy. And I know Krista has seen that switch in so many people too. And when I see that switch go off for someone, they're literally unstoppable. And you are the only one who can do that for yourself.
Well, the quote that I'm taking away that I wrote down, and I'm literally like, I feel like I'm going to do a whole live on this quote. You are the lead character in the story of your life. And you get to decide what happens. You get to decide what you allow to bother you. You get to decide what you allow to win. You get to do that.
We call that main character syndrome. And all of these people have that. Yeah. And it's not a good thing. No. Hey, Griff.
And I feel like so many people they just let a good thing slip.
Yeah. Wow. So good. Let's do this. I'm so excited actually to get to messaging people and
I know, me too, you guys. I think I want to go over a couple tips with you guys before we get into anything. A couple things that I really would like you guys to have. If you do not have a place for your customers to just be your customers, you need one. Okay. You need an Instagram, you need a Facebook, you need a chat, you need something, a space where you are just there for them. That's it. That's all it is. Something that I've been personally doing with my VIPs and my PV is just like, it's crazy just the difference and the shift of like 15 days being into this month. And you guys just treating them. Like just noticing them. This morning I was going through one of my reports and I'm telling you guys this because I want you guys to think outside the box. Okay. It's not just, I'm going to reach out to my VIPs. Like look at who's been your VIP the longest. Look at who's ordered the most. Like you guys know we have reports for all of that stuff. So I had noticed someone had been my VIP since December of 2017. You guys, that was literally 2 months after I joined. Okay. And so I went today, and obviously it doesn't have to be to the extent of this, but I literally like teared up when I realized this because I'm like, wow, like that person has supported me for 4.5 years in this business, like 4.5 years. So I went and I emailed her like $100 Nordstrom card. And I just said, thank you. Like, thank you so much. Like, I just realized that you have been supporting me for 4.5 years in my business. And like people don't understand what it means. So you have to tell them, just try to think outside the box with the people that are supporting you every month.
The way that she's talking about this makes it sound like everyone's got like a ton of VIP customers. And maybe this month is just a different circumstance because, yeah, the circumstances are different. Signing up as a VIP, people are not going to be required to pay a fee if they decide to cancel. That's different than how it's ever been. But previously, sales are hard, like especially in an MLM. Now, not only is it hard to make one sale, it's hard to then get somebody to commit to an auto ship of expensive ass shampoo and other stuff. And there's, like I said, I think like 200 people on this call. Some people might only have one VIP customer. It's like, go through your list of people and like see who's been your VIP the longest, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I only have one person. And I worked really hard for that one person.
Guys, these people just get on their roll with their orders and they just go and when you're reaching out and we're doing these things today, I just really, really like, my prayer for you is to be just as intentional as possible. And if you don't have any customers, that's okay. I want you to reach out to someone who, you know, you want to talk to about the opportunity or that you want to talk to about the products.
She just said, as a market partner, in reference to somebody who is a Monat market partner, it's okay if you don't have any customers. I'm sorry. What? Isn't that what your business is supposed to be built on? Customers? So if you're trying to build a business and you have no customers, and that's okay because you need to be talking to people about the opportunity instead of the products, what does that sound like to you? Oh, I don't know, a fucking pyramid scheme. It's okay if you're not selling anything. It's okay. All you have to do is talk to people about the opportunity. What? She literally just convinced these people to continue working their business like it's a pyramid scheme. Don't worry about the products. The products don't matter. What matters is your organization. What matters are the people you convinced to buy these products that no one else is buying. All right, you ready to watch some ladies in a pyramid scheme with me?
Do you have any other like tips to add on?
So something I do, I have a Instagram too for my VIPs, and I only follow my VIPs on there. So I make intentional time to go on, and then I can scroll through and comment or watch their stories, and then I know it's just my VIPs. And it's like, happy birthday. I'm sorry your child's in the hospital. How are you? Like, it's just personal touch-ins and those personal times. And it's just it makes all the difference in the world. And you guys are hearing from two people with one of the highest PVs in the SED category.
I mean, what did she just say? Be as intentional as possible. Be intentional. And then she follows it up with, wish them happy birthday. Send your condolences for their child being in the hospital? What? And with what? With the intention to either make them buy something from you or join your team. How gross is that? Again, not genuine. Not genuine at all, because they go into it with the intention of building their business or their organization or their sales. That's the intention that they were just talking about. Wish them happy birthday, but don't do it because you genuinely wish they have a happy birthday. Do it so that they remember that you exist and that you can sell them shampoo. Is their kid sick? Does their kid have cancer and they've been in the hospital under chemotherapy for months? Send them a message and tell them that you're sorry. But not because you're genuinely sorry, but because you want them to remember that you exist so that if they need shampoo again, they'll buy from you. Or so that, you know, when those medical bills come and they need to find a new way to pay for those medical bills of their child who was just in the hospital, they'll come to you for the opportunity. That's what this is!
If not, yeah, I think maybe top 4, top 5, maybe. So we know like how to treat people, and we really, really hope to cascade that down for you guys. And so those are just 2 simple tips.
What you know is how normal, genuine, good human beings should treat other people. And so you just use that in order to manipulate people into furthering your objective in your dumbass multi-level marketing company. It's manipulation because none of this is genuine.
Things that you can do. And even so, that common courtesy, and, you know, part of one of the categories we have on here is go out and be kind to people, like leave 10 or 15, like just random kind, like thinking of you, I love getting those messages, like even just like every now and then.
But you're thinking of them because of the business, not because you're legitimately thinking about them, not because you're genuinely wondering how they're doing, not because you genuinely care about their well-being. It's because you want them to buy shampoo from you and you want them to join your team. Go out and be kind to people. For what? Because you have the intention of building your multi-level marketing company, not because you actually want to be kind to somebody. It's so fucking easy to just like be scrolling your Instagram and like genuinely think, I like her shirt, and then being like, hey, your shirt is cute. I like her hair. I love your hair. That's not hard to do when you're like a just normal fucking genuine person who has genuine relationships with people. These people want you to use that to your advantage. And then at that moment is when it stops being just out of the kindness of your heart. That's when it starts being a selfish thing to further your own dreams. Walk all over people to further yourself. That's exactly what this is.
I'll be like, thank you for being my friend. end, you know, like the Golden Girls, you know, but it's just super important because what that energy we put out into the world is what's going to come back to us, and people will remember those things.
And then also, you guys, do not forget, I know it's on the slide, but do not forget, please be reaching out to everyone, making sure that they like the product. Okay, this is a huge one. And I'm not just talking about VIPs, recent market partners in your downline. Just reach out to them and let them know that you see them. Hey, I just wanted to make sure everything's going great. And if you had any questions, please let me know. Hope everything's, you know, good, whatever. Appreciate your order, appreciate whatever it is. You know, if you had that personal connection with them about talking about the wellness or whatever, I just really, 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 you guys have to be intentional during this time. So, okay, let's go ahead and pull up the first slide after getting motivated is getting social. This is where we need to make that contact list. If you guys have not, I know a lot of you guys have been posting the graphic, okay, for today's call with Christina and I, but now is a really, really good opportunity to reach out to people, okay? So I think we should play music for like, I don't know, the next like 7-8 minutes or so, and just allow you guys to kind of get in your phone books, get in your friends list, reach out to people, send it directly to them. I want to give you an analogy really quickly before we dive into this that makes a world of a difference in your business. You can go online and you could post happy birthday to someone on their Instagram, right? They do this post, it's my birthday, happy birthday, in the comments section. But what a difference does it make when someone personally texts you, hey, Alicia, I hope your birthday is the best. Maybe they send you $5 Starbucks gift card for some cake pops, whatever it is. You guys just be really intentional and direct with people during this time to make that.
Look at what this person said in the chat. Oh my god, instant bestie with the cake pops. That's bribery, my guy. This chick is basically being like, just bribe people to be your friends, bribe people to like you. Most people are just gonna go on Facebook and be like, happy birthday. You as a Monat market partner are going to wish them happy birthday and then also send them a $5 Starbucks gift card for a cake pop. Yeah, what do you think is gonna get the bigger response there? How gross. Bribing people with fucking Starbucks. Like, wow.
Contact with them, not just posting it up on your social media and, you know, hoping that someone reaches out. Maybe you go back and you see every single person who has viewed it. Maybe it's only 5 people. Reach out to those 5 people and, you know, just ask them, hey, just wondering or just curious if you saw or you noticed what I had going on in the next hour. I would love for you to pop on and hear from, you know, 2 of the top earners in the company on how they built this business. I think it would be really great opportunity for you. Just something super simple. You guys could keep yourselves muted, obviously, use your voice memo. I'm going to probably use my voice memo. I'm actually going to go on and follow all of my VIPs because I only follow about half of them and use this time to connect with the ones who have reached out. Do you have a playlist or do you?
I still got that EDM mix up. I can play
perfect.
that. All right, here we go.
And just like that, everybody, this is what they do for a majority of the rest of the call. They just sit here with their webcams on, message people, hold each other accountable. There are some more like little sprinkles of advice on stuff that come up in here somewhere. So I'm just gonna let it play so we can catch those little bits and pieces too. But yeah, guys, this is a power hour.
I want to pause it real quick. I had something come to my mind because how many of us get people that say that they're interested, but they just can't afford it, or they just don't know if they'll have anyone else be able to join their team. Like they don't know if they'll be successful. So this is something that you can give them and say, hey, I know that you said that you can't afford it. We're doing this opportunity call. you should invite some people and just see if you have anyone in your circle that would be willing to get on and listen and do this with you, because then you know you're going to make X amount. And so you can just drop the link. I just did that with 2 people. I don't know if you guys heard. I have some girls that are hesitant to work. And so I give it to them. Basically, all they have to do is talk to people. They don't have to sell the business. They don't have to pitch the business. They just get to share the link. And so one of them wrote, okay, I'm sending it to 2 people. So that's super exciting. And then the other one hasn't responded yet, but that's it. It's just about putting the ball in their court, all the ball, and that's you helping them as an upline. So if you please follow up with people and say that especially that feel like that or that lack the confidence. Because if they can invite one person on and that person wants to enroll, they're in business. They already got a market partner. So that helps them do that. Okay, I'll go back to the music for a little bit.
Okay, so I think back to my Limelight days, and I'm like, there were days when there would be kind of opportunity calls, but they'd be like on Facebook, like someone on Facebook Live talking about the opportunity. And I would post it like on my Facebook wall, and it'd be like, if you want to know more about the business, come at me, slide into my DMs or some shit like that. And guess what? The only people who would like those posts were my upline and other people in Limelight. No one would watch it. This is a hard thing to do. So you, as someone who is thinking about becoming a Monat market partner, not only do you have to have the fire lit under your ass to learn about the opportunity, but now you have to get other people interested enough to join an opportunity call and then hope that that opportunity call makes them want to enroll also. The odds are not in your favor there. They make it sound really easy. It's not easy. All right, we'll just skip through this.
Hey, that was so good. That was like really good.
That was so
I'm
good.
like going back and forth with my VIPs right now. I went and followed more of them, and I just started watching their stories, responding exactly what you just said to their kids, to their, fishing. One of them was fishing. One of them was all of these different things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like gold. This is like, I feel like I'm going to be on my VIP account more than my own account.
Wow, this is gold. She describes people that she doesn't know that are just buying shampoo as gold. They went fishing. That's gold. Posting videos of their kids. Gold. I can definitely relate to these people. Gold. That's how I feel too, Griff. This is a perfect example of how people in multi-level marketing companies do not see other people as just other human beings. They see them as dollar signs. They see them as money bags. They see them as prospects instead of just considering that they're their own person with their own hopes and dreams and desires. Most of them probably have no desire to sell your shitty shampoo. It's gotta be obvious what they're doing, right? If someone that you are already actively buying shampoo from in a multi-level marketing company slides into your DMs randomly and follows you randomly. Sorry, I'm like congested. But like, you have to know what's up. You know what their intentions are. You just followed me after I've been your VIP for 3 months and now you're messaging me. What do you want from me? Clearly you want something more from me. I've already been supporting you in your bullshit business for 3 months or however long it's been. You want more from me now?
Just like, building those relationships. And I'm really excited about this. I did that and then sent the link to a couple more VIPs.
So manipulative.
We're going to be coming to the opportunity call. I want to hear from you guys in the chat. What did you guys do? What happened just now?
Lacey said, just got my first VIP in over a week in the last 7 minutes. Yes, Lacey.
Congrats. For smaller teams, should we have a team VIP page? No. I wouldn't recommend that. What's your take on that?
No, I wouldn't either.
But I see that being beneficial if you were to do some sort of incentive, if you're going for like MMB or, like something like that, where you have all the VIPs in and you guys come together and you do, a giveaway or you do a VIP party or something like that. I definitely don't think that's a bad idea, but I think having one with just your direct VIPs as well.
Okay, so I pulled up the chat here. Reached out to someone again who has gone stagnant but didn't let me know what's going on with her. Did they not hear back again? And also, this has been multiple minutes. I don't know, 10 minutes maybe that I skipped through. And you reached out to one person. Just got my first customer. First customer ever. I gave him some of my 2-in-1 shampoo to try the other day for his alopecia. How did you market it to this guy? You told him that his alopecia is gonna go bye-bye if you use this fucking shampoo? Is that what you told him? Not only is that an illegal health claim, but it's something your company literally says is not true.
Embarrassed, Nicole said, embarrassed to say, but I started a VIP page for the first time and added VIPs. Yay, I'm so proud of you. Okay, reached out to 20 newbies.
Love it.
Awesome. This is so cool, you guys.
All right. I messaged 2 people about the call tonight. Never thought would respond, and they both are unable to attend tonight, but are interested in the recording.
Amazing.
What it's all about.
Yes.
Now we have a contact. We have a meeting date with them. We have something to give them. We have something to follow up about.
Yes.
This is what inviting is all about. It's all these other steps. It's not just about them getting on the call and joining.
100%.
That rarely happens that way, actually. It's always a chase down situation, just like Ed Milet shared on the motivation. It's like, you got to fight for it. Like, you can't just expect people to come in, knock on your door and be like, I'm ready to join now. That's very rare that happens.
Oh my gosh, this is all so great. You guys, I am not gonna lie. The response from the last power hour was way more than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, I had girls reaching out left and right, telling me things that happened and things that they were able to do that they've done because of the power hour, like force them out of their box and into doing something. So exactly what Christina just explained though, you guys, with this call, do you guys realize you could do that every day with a recording? Like, people don't know, like they literally don't know. Like, hey, there's this really great, call that I would love for you guys to watch. And then it gives you a reason to reach out. So definitely utilize the recording of today too.
One of my girls got her first market partner in a long time, and she was basically on the brink of having that mental, like, am I doing this? Like, is this for me? And then she said, you know what? I'm just going to do all the steps. She got on the last power hour and literally recruited a market partner from just the reach outs and conversations that she started and the confidence that the call gave her, and got her first market partner in so long that wants to work the business. So, I mean, it's
so
wild.
exciting.
When you take the action steps, what happens? It's insane how simple it can be, but how terrifying it can be too.
Well, and it's just, when I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about this, like, all of these action steps become like second nature. Like, you just don't even know you're doing it. Like, you're just doing it. You're just literally sitting, waiting in line somewhere and you're doing these things. They just become such a habit.
So you work 24/7.
People come to me and they're like, well, how many hours a day do you work? Or what do you, how? And I'm like, I just literally like subconsciously do it. Like, you don't even realize you're doing it anymore because you're so comfortable that you're doing it. So there's nothing special that Christina and I have other than habits.
So you work so much that you have lost the line between what is work and what is life. Like, your work-life balance does not exist anymore because it's all just one and the same. Is that what you're saying? I've worked so much that it just becomes like an all-day thing. I just work all the time. Okay, but time freedom who though? We don't know her.
We have good habits that lead to, obviously success with recruiting and, working with our teams and doing things like that. So it really, really is something that you guys, you're all capable of. You all have the ability to do every single thing that we're doing if you just change your habit a little bit.
And the habits for us go contact. Are they interested? Okay, let's send them some product. Typically, I mean, Chris and I have definitely been talking to the same people before, and we both know, okay, but did they send you product? Because that's when, like, they're off limits. It's like, oh, they sent you product. All right. Like, now you talk to her. And so that's always the next step. So you have to think in your head, every single person that you want on your team, someone else is trying to talk to them and going to send them products too.
Yes.
If you want dibs on that person, you got to send them product before anyone else. They're just like fighting over people.
And that creates that urgency in me. I had a girl message me last time on Instagram saying, I'm interested in joining your team. I'd like to try the products. I'm like, can you come over tomorrow? Like, you need to come over tomorrow. I feel like it's urgency.
100%. Okay, you guys, I don't want to get you to full-size products. At the point that we are in our businesses, yes. Obviously, Christina was doing that very early on as well. I'm a huge believer in investing in your business because of the way that I was brought into this business.
Yes.
So from the very beginning for me, it has been something that I mean, honestly, for a long time, every penny that I got from my Friday checks went back into my business.
Same.
It went back into my business. And that's where I worked for that to put it back in, whether that be giveaways, whether that be my VIPs, whether that be my market partners. You got to spend money to make money sort of saying. I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm saying that that's what we did. I'm samples or washing someone's hair is just as effective if you can just get the product on their hands, in their hair. I think that obviously, there are many different types of people who work different businesses in here. Jamie just said she sends customers home from the salon with full-size bottles all the time to try. You guys could borrow what's in your shower right now. Okay. Like, it doesn't have to be something. I don't want anyone to get like kind of hung up on like, oh my gosh, I have to spend all the money I'm making. Then what's the point of working? And that's not what I'm trying to do right now.
No,
but I definitely feel like,
and you can do, even like the little dollar store has little bottle. I mean, you can make it stretch, whatever, you can do what you need to do. If she had time, I would have just washed her hair here. Cause then I could have just been like, look how amazing. Yeah, let's do this.
So the thing about this market partner in particular is she is I'm pretty sure she's licensed. At one point she was at least a hairstylist. So she is able to legally wash people's hair. But if you're not someone who is licensed to do this shit, I mean, it might be different state by state, but at a certain point, you literally cannot just wash people's hair without being a licensed cosmetologist. I don't know the rules everywhere, but you can't tell people, oh yeah, just invite people over to your house and then just wash their hair in your sink. You can't do that because at a certain point, it becomes something you need to have a license for. Easy for her to say because she does have a license, or at least she did have a license at one point, and then at that point she should know better, right? But another thing that these market partners like to do, hi Griffin, I see you over there, hi boy. A lot of MLMs are obviously a party model. Monat is not one of those companies that you would kind of traditionally think of to have parties for, but some of these people legitimately have hair washing parties. Hey Griff, can you sit down? I swear Sparrow was never this adventurous, but Griffin, I can't get him to stop crawling on stuff, stop jumping off stuff. Boys, man, am I right? Yeah, so they'll have a party at their house where people show up and they all take turns getting in the shower and washing their hair. This is a real thing that happens. Now that I think is okay because they're washing their own hair, but to invite someone over to your house as someone who is not licensed to perform cosmetology services on people and be I will wash your hair in my sink. You definitely should not be letting people do that to your head. And this lady should definitely know better. But another thing she mentioned, she's let someone borrow what's in your shower. Okay, from a hygienic standpoint, that doesn't seem like a very good idea either. Maybe don't do that.
So even Jamie was saying sends them home. You guys, this is why it's so important for you to take advantage of these sales.
Okay, people in the chat are talking about borrow baskets. One person said they bring them back after a week when they place their orders. So are they doing it hey, place your order with me now. You can take this full bottle home with you, and then when you come back to pick up the order when it comes in, just give it back. And then what? They give it to the next person? When someone else orders it, be this unsealed unopened, used bottle of shampoo. Here you go. And you just like keep giving it like a borrow, a share, your shampoo sharing. Like, what the hell? Now, another person says I do borrow baskets or, yeah, okay, a borrow basket, or make 1 to 2 ounce samples to give. That makes more sense, especially if you're not supposed to be washing your hair every day. And Monat can be used pretty sparingly. This is coming from someone who has used Monat before. See, that makes more sense, but like that also requires more of an investment from you, because then not only are you buying the full size product, then you have to go and buy the little 1 2 ounce bottles to send home with people, you know?
Take advantage of the sales and say, you know what, I'm going to put together 2 borrow baskets, things that, you know, I can loan out for a day or 2. People can have it. And that way you're not buying full size product, but you're giving them the opportunity to get a good feel for it versus like, you know, ripping the sample open. And I'm not saying anything against samples. I'm just saying the more that you can give them for the experience, I want you to think of yourself, put yourself in the shoes of someone who has never tried the product, that you don't want to try the product. Like me, I didn't even want to try it. I don't care. Like, okay, we'll give it a go. These full size bottles, whatever.
I want to touch on one thing that she said. Take advantage of the sales. Now, Monat has flash sales all the time. I think they launch them like every Friday, if not like every other Friday. Many, many flash sales. And what do we always say? The distributors are the customers. When there's a deal on products, who's over here freaking out about it? The distributors. Yeah. Why? Probably because of this. You go in a power hour and they're telling you, yeah, you need to take advantage of those sales, baby. And they do. They all do. But no, we have all these VIP customers. Well, what are they doing with their VIP customers? They're actively manipulating them on social media to try to turn them into market partners.
Hey girl, I just want you to tell me your honest opinion on these products. Can you, take my borrow basket. I want you to wash your hair and tell me what you think. I want you to blow dry your hair and tell me what you think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. All right. What's the next step?
Okay, so the next step is actually reaching out to VIPs, but I think that we kind of did both of those. We're going to go ahead and head into mapping your month. You guys, we're at mid-month right now. So I really, really, really want you guys taking advantage of looking into your reports. Okay. So maybe you kind of know where you're going this month, but you need to check on someone in your downline. Maybe you signed up a new market partner. I'm going to be taking advantage of this opportunity to check in on my market partners that I signed up last month and this month to kind of see where they are pacing so that I can help them and let them know what they need, more to hit the first rank. Going through something I often do for those of you guys who have a downline. I love going in the market partner search report, and I specifically do this for my front line, but you guys could do this for your entire downline.
I just realized we're not recording. I'm going to start recording now, at least, because I think this is kind of where we left off on the last one.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone.
Recording in progress.
So many buttons.
The power hour is like almost over and they're like, oh shit, we forgot to record. Someone in the chat said, this was the best. Sent out a message and some girl threw the pyramid scheme line at me and I talked her off the ledge and she's ordering the skincare line now. Thank you for that. I hope this didn't happen because anyone who is smart enough to see that Monat is a legitimate pyramid scheme, things that we have touched on in this video alone, them essentially admitting to operating as a pyramid scheme, to then turn around and be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just buy the entire skincare line? Like, what the fuck?
We need an entire back office training. We need a recorded back office training that we can just get like a couple, consent from people to utilize their back office and, go through and everything. But I think that would be really, really beneficial for everyone from the day you join to just kind of see exactly where things are, what you guys are capable of doing and all of that. So maybe Christina and I will just hop on like a Zoom by ourselves and just record that and be able to share that with you guys.
I'm gonna cut out a lot of what we just saw simply because this woman just like pulled up some reports and like not only doxed people, but like showed their numbers. And there were people on the report as like personal volume 0. You're in the middle of the month. Surprise, surprise. Some people had like 10. It's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Pretty hard to make those sales, huh? Anyway, she was just telling these people how to go into their back office and pull up certain reports and stuff, and I don't know, pretty irrelevant stuff.
Okay. So anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and take the next, 7 minutes until 3:50, and we can dive in, map out, reach out, help people, kind of figure out where they're at, and just set our clear goal for March as we are halfway through the month.
Yes. All right, let me find some pump up music. And I can't wait to dive into my tree right now.
All right, let's skip.
Woo! I could spend a long time doing that. I need more than an hour.
I know.
Woo!
Yeah, this is fun though.
Yeah.
I think it's cool getting to show the team like what we actually do. Like everything we're bringing to you guys is like literally what we do in our businesses. That is, behind the scenes.
This is behind the scenes, guys.
So yeah, it's really awesome. I reached out to a couple girls who are on the call right now.
Yay!
Okay.
Love it.
Let's see. I want to definitely make sure that we have enough time to prepare for.
Yeah.
You
rolled right into that product party last time. That wasn't.
Yeah, that was a little crazy. So you guys, we have about 7 minutes. And I think we're going to take this time to go prep for the call because we literally haven't done any of that yet. So I'm going to take a potty break super quick. And then you guys continue doing these things. Make sure you check in, make sure that people are on this call. We are going to be doing something for people, an incentive for the people who are actually on the call and join tonight. So you definitely want them to be on live. If they're obviously not able to make it, they'll be able to get the recording, but we are not going to record the end where we are going to do a giveaway for people who join. So
Yay.
will not want to miss that for them. It's going to be really, really, really awesome.
Yay.
Recording stopped.
So I would send out follow-ups. I would
Basically, all they recorded at that point was just them silently nodding along to the music and sending messages. There was pretty much nothing worthy of recording and sharing in what they actually did record.
keep that connection going, like just in making the connections with people, talking to people, asking people if they've tried Monat. It's a simple question. If you still haven't completed going through your cell phone from last time we did your Apple contacts or your iPhone or whatever, your phone contacts, if you haven't completed that, that's another great place just to go back where you left off and finish making your way through the alphabet. All right, guys, we'll see you in a little bit on the other link. It's posted on the Telegrams, and we'll see you there. Bye.
Bye, you guys.
So this was over, then the opportunity call happened, which is really interesting because then they're like, hey, we'll see you guys in a few minutes on the opportunity call, which just goes to show that every time you go on an opportunity call like this, the people who are in the audience and in the chat are all also in the business. Just further confirmation of the stuff that we always say all the time, and they always like to pretend isn't true. Like, no, we have so many customers, we have so many people who are interested in this business, and then like you show up to one of these opportunity calls and there's like 50 people, but like 49 of them are people who are already in the business looking for some prospects to go harass on social media. But anyway, yeah, that was it, guys. Interesting stuff here. I gotta say thank you to the person who slid into my DMs and let me sneak in to this fantastic power hour. I really appreciate it. Hi, Pippi. Guys, Pippi's here. Pop-Tart's here too, but like Pippi's like, I'll make my appearance today. If you guys have more links to these kind kind of things, I would love to sneak into them and make videos about them too. Yeah, it's all very interesting to me, and I appreciate the opportunity that you guys have given me to derail this shit. Also, thank you again to the person who sent me this shirt, Naughty Dog Studio on Etsy. Make sure you go visit their Etsy store, linked down below. This is hashtag not sponsored. They're just a small business that sent me this shirt, and I wanted to shout them out. Support some LGBTQ education and events in Indiana. Definitely worth your time for sure. And now let's thank my patrons and my YouTube members. Guys, these are the people who are financial supporters of mine. They get access to things like our private Discord server. They'll have early access to this video since it's not sponsored. We have a postcard club, lots of fun stuff. So if any of that sounds good to you, you can go to patreon.com. Oh, okay, Pippi. You can go to patreon.com/Savannah Marie, or you can click the join button beneath this video to become a YouTube member. Whatever works for you works for me, just whatever platform you prefer. And with that, the biggest thank you in the whole wide world goes to Hula Chowdown, Janelle Pratt, Carolyn Barilli, Cecilia Dudek, Christy Taylor, Elizabeth Wyatt, Nitty Dragon, Kutch Squad 2.0, Leanne, Molly Wasilewski, Ryan Mew, Sheila Tapia, Tiff C, Turd Ferguson, hashtag Get the W, Weatherington Law, Alice W, Amanda Shannon, April Lindblom, Boris Geller, Casey Scraper, Katrina Rosemarick, Claire T, Danae, Daniel Urena, E. Higgins, Jerry Duncan, Hannah Morrison, Hannibal Crossing, Heidi Haw, Hippie Kansas Girl, Julia Wheeler, Kim Cartwright, Critter, Maddie Darley, Marley Fletcher, Princess Deathwish, Ray, Stephanie Hell, Tiffany, Tuesday the 13th, Mitchie 84, Tiffany Brust, Carol Jenks, Jessica Cecil, Colin F, Laura Nickel, Jess Kronfeld, Emion, Ian Shrouth, Jennifer Dyer, sorry Griffin's being a turd again, Caroline H, Auntie Lou, Krista Scantlin, Lizzie's Plantasy, and Fallon Lowry. And to the rest of my fabulous financial supporters, thank you so much for being here and being you. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Even if you're not a financial supporter, you know, just thank you for being here. Keep making waves, babes. I'll smell y'all later. Mommy Tsunami out.